Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we save, making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I will be joined here by my brother Tim in a little bit, but we have a decent slate to go over for today. And the only thing I've moved on are the two football games so far. I have not moved on any hockey at the moment. I do have a few plays I am eyeing down, and I have not moved on any NBA. I will talk that out during the show here, and I have my numbers all set, so I have a couple spots I'm kind of looking at, but we're going to talk them out. We're going to figure out which ones are the right spots to go after and which ones are not. So, but before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Overall, yesterday was a good day if I just left the hockey alone. Every favorite won in the NHL yesterday. Every single one, which was incredibly frustrating when you have four underdogs. Montreal, Chicago, Anaheim, San Jose, all losers. And the Rangers were the only winner on the card there. They were a slight favorite in that game. All you had to do is bet every favorite. You would have been fine in the NHL yesterday. College basketball split out 1-1. Got Lipscomb -6.5 somehow. Lost Central Florida. -3.5, so split out there. NFL was kind of nice, up a little over a unit. Could have been better, but if I just would have kept the freaking Lions off my card. But Saints -5 came through. Saints money or Bengals money line, Browns money line both came through. Got the Lions -3, which was a winner or which was a loser. Lost that, and the team total over, full game over. I tripled up on that spot. Was very invested into it, and if it wasn't for that game, then would have had a much better day. Tampa Bay comes back and gets the job done there, +110 winner there. The easiest play probably of the season, I want to say. Easiest win of the season. Minnesota, Las Vegas, under 40.5. And the Wild beat the Golden Knights 3-0. I mean, the Vikings beat the Raiders 3-0 in that game. Insane type of game. I'm glad I didn't watch a second of it. Buffalo, Kansas City, under 49 was a winner. The Chargers were a stupid ad. The Cowboys absolutely were not. First half under 25.5 was a loser. The full game under 52 was a winner. So overall, yesterday finished 8-5 in the NFL, up 1.47 units. So a nice day in the NFL yesterday. If it would have just kept the hockey off my card, we would have been good. But it happens. It is what it is. We move on here for today. Let's head to the chat, and then we will get into today's hockey card, which there's a couple games I kind of like. So, yes, sir. What's good, Justin? Stacks Pod, love interception. There you go. Perfect time. I just woke up. There you go. But we'll get into the first matchup of the day when we have the Toronto Maple Leafs traveling to Long Island to take on the New York Islanders in this one here. Let's get up the line history in this spot here between the Leafs and the Isles, where the Leafs are -125, total 6 in this game. I'm interested a little bit in both the side and the total in this spot here. We have the Maple Leafs. They did open up at a -120. They're up to a -123. So a small move towards Toronto. Line opened up at a 6 at -116. It's a 6 at -121 now. So a small move towards the over as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow here. And to no surprise, all the money, very limited sample size though. 83% of tickets, 97% of cash is on the Maple Leafs. The lines move slightly towards them. No cash flow on the total. You guys know I really can care less about money and cash though when it comes to the hockey. My projections are the wrong team is favored in this matchup here. I have the Islanders as a favorite in this game. and I have this game projected for 6.77 goals. So I do like a side and a total in this one here. Now I wanted to look maybe at the Islanders team total over in this game, but good job books for pricing me off of that with a 2.5 at -160. So definitely, I'm not going to be laying that type of a number there for a team total. However, I do like this 6, and I do like the +105. So that's what we're going to be doing here in this one. We're going to start off with the Islanders money line at +105. Just the wrong team is favored in this matchup here, according to my numbers, and the over 6. I think this line should have been a 6.5. The Islanders are not the under team that we've known them to be the last few years. This is a different Islanders team, and they're scoring goals this year. And that's one thing we got to keep in mind is you got to adjust on what you see from these teams. And they've traded out a historically bad power play and a really good defense for a top 10 power play and a bottom rated penalty kill. The Islanders penalty kill is 29th in hockey. They give up the 31st most, or 30, they're 31st in shots allowed. They're 16th in goals allowed. They're 3.2 goals allowed per game. But on the flip side, they have the 6th best power play in the league at 24.7%. They're scoring 3 goals a game, which we hadn't seen for a long time with this team. When you look at what they've done as of late, 3 goals against the Kings, 7 against the Blue Jackets, 4 against the Sharks, 4 against the Panthers, 5 against the Hurricanes, 4 against the Devils. They got shut out versus Philly, but 5 against Ottawa, 3 against Philly, 5 against Calgary. Over their last 10 games, the only team that has scored more goals than the New York Islanders is the Edmonton Oilers. So all of a sudden, this Islanders team offensively has started to click. That power play looks awesome with Horvat and with Barzal and with Dobson. This is a good Islanders team offensively, something we've not seen in a very long time under Barry Trotz and last year under Lambert, where this team couldn't put a puck in the back of the net to save their lives. But this year, they're much, much better offensively, and I think they get the job done here in this spot. I'm on the Islanders at +105, and I'm on the over 6 at -115. I think we see goals in this game. I think we see at least 3 from the Isles, so I'm on the over. I'm on the over in this game. Stan saying Leafs and over. I'm on the Isles and over. On my way home. All right, hurry up. Maybe just sticking to the over. Yeah, I prefer the over the side. I think there's a little bit more of an edge. I mean, I think they're about the same. I like them both, but I can definitely see the over. Northern Colorado. I don't even have my college basketball sheet up. Let's do that. I have not placed a wager in college basketball yet. NoCo. I have that game spot on. That game is spot on when it comes to the odds. And Bruin Smash. Of course. When don't do Bruin Smash. We'll move on here, though. We have the Arizona Coyotes. They're at the Buffalo Sabres. Sabres -125 favorites. Total 6.5 in this game. How fun is this Arizona team been this season? This is a team that has kind of flipped it around. They're playing well. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have this line open up at a -115. It's up to a 125 now for Buffalo. So a move towards Buffalo here in this spot, which is kind of interesting. Line opened up at a 6.5 at even money. It's now a 6.5 at -104. Now, the ultimate question for me in this game is who's going to be starting in net for the Coyotes. We have 56% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on Arizona, yet the line's moving towards Buffalo. No cash flow in the total. I have the wrong team favored in this spot here. I have Arizona as a favorite in this game, a slight favorite in this game, but here the ultimate question for me is who's going to be starting in net here for Arizona, because when we look at this Arizona Coyotes team, their goaltending situation is actually not what I thought it was going to be to start the year, because I thought it was going to be Kirill Vejmelka being the starter, and then we'll wonder if if Ingram can be a good backup. Ingram's stolen that job, and I kind of need to know who's going to be in net for the in net for the Coyotes here. If they confirm Ingram, I'll look towards the Yotes. But I'm seeing potentially Vejmelka in this matchup here. And if it's Vejmelka, I really don't want much to do with Arizona. Those two have been drastically different this year, with Ingram being one of the better goaltenders in hockey right now when you look at the advanced analytics. And then on the flip side, Vejmelka's been way below average, and he's really struggled to start the year. It's a major difference, I think, between Vejmelka and Ingram at the moment, and I need to know who's in net first before I play this game, because that'll drastically change my opinion because of the way those two teams are playing. I would lean under, and I'll lean Arizona with Ingram in net, and I would lean Buffalo with Vejmelka and nets. So there is a decent drop off, I think, here between Vejmelka and Ingram to a point where I need to know who the goaltender is before I move on this game. If it's Vejmelka, I'm interested in Buffalo a little bit more. If it's Ingram, I'm interested in Arizona. So it's kind of the way that I'm looking at for that one there. Damn, I'm late. Yotes money line. Delaware minus 4.5. Delaware. We have that game at, they should be a 5.5. So slight edge towards them for that one. Why are the Sabres favorites? Yotes should win this game easy. I wouldn't say easy. Because one thing that we've seen, and there's this playing on the road is tough in the NHL, so I understand why people would look why the Sabres would be favorites in this game, especially if maybe that's the books telling us Vejmelka's projected with that line move too. Quinnipiac plus the 8.5. I have that game around a 6, so I see a little bit of value here with the Bobcats of Quinnipiac in that matchup there. Looking at Los Coyotes, I can see it. There you go. Cordoba. We'll move on. We have 2 more hockey games left in this card, where we have the Detroit Red Wings and the Dallas Stars minus 205 for the Stars, total 6.5 in this game. Taking a look at the line history here, Detroit and Dallas. Where this line opened up at a 201, it's down to a 193. So we do have a movement towards the Red Wings here in this spot. Line opened up at a 6, it's up to a 6.5. So a movement towards the over as well here in this game. We have 26% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the Red Wings. The lines move towards the Red Wings. So it looks like sharp money coming in on Detroit. And even 67% of the tickets are on the puck line for Detroit as well. 83% of the tickets are on the over, which explains the line move from the 6 to the 6.5. And when I looked at this game, I kind of understand it. I have this game projected for 6.18 goals, so I would have understood a 6. I would have understood a 6.5. I'm kind of interested in the Red Wings in this game as a big dog in this spot. I think that they're getting a little undervalued here in this spot. Now the question is who's going to be in net for them. If it's Alex Lyon, it could be Ville Husso as well. Which how has Husso been this year? I believe Husso would be coming back from an injury too. Husso has been below average, not very good. So maybe that'll slow me down from looking more at the Red Wings in this game. I've kind of been betting against the Stars as of late. Even with Husso, I see value on the Red Wings. So I think I might be ending up on the Red Wings here in this spot in this game. Plus 175. I think that's a decent return in this game. And I'm actually going to move on it. I'm going to go with the Red Wings at plus 175 here. Didn't think I was going to be landing on this money line, but I still see value if it's Husso in net. The Stars are not a team I trust as big favorites right now. They've been incredibly inconsistent this year. They're 4-4-2 in their last 10 games. The Stars, they have dominated this series. Between these two teams, they've won 5 in a row against Detroit. But with that being said, I just have this line a little bit too wide. And I get it. Dallas is coming in off of probably their worst game of the year, but they've kind of struggled. They've lost 3 of the last 4 games. The only game they won was a shootout game where they had to come back against the Washington Capitals. So this team could easily be on a 4-game losing streak right now. And laying minus 205, I think there's value here going the other way with Detroit. So I'm gonna take a shot here with Detroit at plus 175. Red Wings plus 175 here. Take a small shot. I picked every NHL game correctly. Because every single favorite won. Every favorite won. It was easy to pick right yesterday. Yeah. Leafs was just minus 130 on Bovada, and now it's minus 122. Islanders is it? It is. I like to see that line's moving down. Leaned Islanders, but just took the over 6. I like the over 6 there as well. Stars won their last 5 games against them, so you already know the Wings winning. They very well could. Can't trust Husso after that 4-0 lead against the Sharks and gave it away. Yeah, I mean, this is was that their last game? No, they lost 5-1 to Ottawa. I don't expect. I expect Detroit to figure it out a little bit there. So, Cal Northridge, we have them as 1.5 point favorites. So, we lean towards the Trailblazers of Utah Tech there. But we'll move into the last game of the night where we have the Calgary Flames and the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche 175 favorites, total of 6.5 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in the spot, opened up at 175. It's down to a 172. Opened up at 6.5 at even money. It is still at that 6.5 even money spot there. We have 33% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the over. And then really no cash flow on it. We have 89% of the tickets are on the Avalanche puck line. We have nothing on the money line here, though, in this spot. And in this game, I see value here with the Avalanche in this spot. They're a team that I have projected for almost 220 in this game. And is it kind of surprising that the line's coming down on them? Not really, because I know a lot of bigger people bet the more of the dogs. And this could be a spot where you take a little Avalanche -1 and maybe a team total over. Because I have them projected for over 4 goals in this game. I have them projected at a 4.01 goals in this game. So let's take a look what this team total is for Colorado, which is 3.5 -110. I really like that, actually. And we have, where's the puck line is +145, and it'll be a -170 for the money line. I'm kind of interested in Colorado here, and I'm kind of interested in doubling up on them here with the -1 line and with the team total over. Colorado -1 would be -110. That's actually very reasonable for the Avalanche here in this spot. And I'm actually going to move on both the team to or both the puck or the -1 line and the team total over here in this spot with Colorado. I like them in this game. I think it grades out well for them, and I see value on this number. So I'm going to punch these in. The -1 here. Try to get, come on, click. Yeah. Try to get this bet. Colorado -1. Being a pain with the sports book. It'd be that much. Just doing the fun math of -1s is fun. But Avalanche -1, -110, and then Avalanche team total over 3.5 at -110 as well to take care of business against the Flames today. So that's where we're running for this one here. Flames or Avalanche and Flames, or Avalanche -1 and team total over. Better to pass, no value, Stars, Wings. Yeah, I just took a small shot there. Under 6.5. I could see it. I lean over in the other game, but this game under. There you go. Last one, Pennsylvania, and we see a little bit of value with Penn. I think the only play that grades out well today. The only play that grades out well enough for me today is, good God, -39 with Gonzaga. That's the only play that grades out well. Alex Lyon, Detroit's best goalie, was the Senators game. It was his birthday. He lost. The team didn't look like they won. Yeah. Nice for you out with Penn. But we'll move into the NFL games. These are the games I moved on to before the show started. I have a side in one, obviously the totals in the other two. in both. And you guys should already know what the totals are. These are two primetime games. Monday Night Football, the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans in this game. Let's move over from hockey to NFL. In this game, where we have the Dolphins, they opened up as 12.5-point favorite. Look ahead was 12.5, opened it up at 13. It's now up to a 14. Open up at 13. It's up to a 14 now. Look ahead line 44.5, opening line 44.5, opening line 47. Look ahead line was 44.5 and then 44.5, and then opening line 47 down to a 46.5. So since the opening line, it's moved towards the under and it's moved drastically towards the Titans. And I kind of feel like this could be a very similar situation to what we saw yesterday with the Niners, at that Niners game, because we saw that opened up around, I think, 10.5, 11 range, and then it crossed over and hit 14, and the Seahawks covered the late number, the Niners covered the early number. We have 70% of the tickets, 75% of the cash laying 14 with the Dolphins. Now, the line has moved accordingly. 29% of the tickets, 77% of the cash on the under in this game as well. Now, obviously, we have the primetime under for this game, first half and full game, where the first half under is 23.5, full game at 46 is what I got for this one here. And when it comes to the side, I had this game projected around 9.5. So I took a shot with the Titans here at plus 14 and plus 625. I think it was plus 625 here. Plus 625, small sprinkle, plus 625. I see this as a game where the Titans are able to control the time of possession, running the football type of game, milk the clock, keep Tua and the offense off the field. I think that's something that the Titans can be able to do here in this spot. Now, granted, they haven't yet to win a game on the road this year. They're 4-1 at home. They lost their first home game last week. And they have not been the greatest of teams covering, but this is a lot of points. I think this is too many points for the Dolphins here. Now, granted, they've come off of back-to-back 20-plus point wins. So I could see them maybe looking past them here. They do play the Jets next week, so they do have a divisional game. Then they have Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo to end the season. So a tough schedule here for the Dolphins to end the season. I just think this is too many points here in this spot, and we see at least the Titans cover and maybe flirt with an outright win. We saw this last year a little bit when they were 10-point dogs on Monday night, and they forced overtime against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think we can see something very similar for this one as well. So, so I'm just looking at Titans and the under for this one here. Titans and the under. Thoughts on Leafs Isles to score 3+ goals? I can definitely see that. I can definitely see it. Zags minus 40 is crazy. It is. But Mississippi Valley is, yeah. Yeah, that one's, it was crazy. Do you actually like the unders, or are you still auto-fading and taking the under? I don't mind on unders in Titans games. Titans have been a really good under team this year, 4-8 to the under. So, and this is kind of the game script I came up for this game was that if the Titans are going to keep this game close, which my numbers suggest that they will be able to keep it closer than 14 here in this spot, that their game plan for this game will be running the football and trying to keep that Miami offense off the field. So if that happens, that game's going to play to the under. So if you like the Titans, you play the under. If you like the Dolphins, you expect them to drop 35 points tonight and blow out the Titans. So it all depends on the way you like. It all depends on the way you like to see this game. If you like the Dolphins, you probably see this being a little bit more of an over game. If you like the Titans, you more see like an under. So yes, I actually do like both these unders because we'll get to the next game. The Giants are a very good under team. So both these teams have good under teams in them as well. So, and I usually think these primetime games numbers are inflated because everybody loves overs. So. Morning, Tim.
Good morning.
Joseph Thompson coming in saying top model play today is Columbia and Fairleigh Dickinson under 159.5, 13.5 points of value. I might have to bet that because if anybody knows anything about Joseph Thompson, when he bets an under, it's probably for a good reason because 99% of his totals are overs. So I saw him in the chat the other day.
I'll pull up. What does it look like? Columbia. All right, they're both. All right. I'm just looking at their games real quick. This is the first time that they're playing since 2022. So last year they played. And then previous to that, they hadn't played since 14, 13, and 12. But last year, FDU won in overtime 76-73. Obviously, a lot has changed because Fairleigh Dickinson, I believe they lost a bunch of their players, kind of similar to what happened with St. Peter's after their big run. I think they lost a couple of people. So, hey, if you like that, then we might have to jump on there with you. We only have one play today, so we'll probably end up making it two. We'll jump on that with you.
Yeah, we're on Gonzaga.
Yeah, I heard you say that. I'm all right with that, honestly.
Minus 39 to kick the ever-living dog shit out of Mississippi Valley.
We're gonna have to get 40 and a half on the site, but
yeah, I'm seeing 41. Good God. And here's the sad part is our numbers have that game at a 45, so even at 41 has value on Gonzaga. That's disgusting.
Keep in mind, it is the dead last team in our power rankings.
I'm aware of that.
Against our number 4 team in our power rankings. So
once again, I'm aware of that. So keep going through the chat. I'm going to be able to track all my stuff now that you're here.
ESPS San Antonio. Give me Texas A&M C Lions on the hardwood. Good luck. I didn't bet it, so good luck to you. But I personally don't have it. Very happy to grab under 54.5 live in that Eagles-Cowboys game. Field goal above projected on what hits an 80% rate. Yeah, I know, right? I end up splitting out on that game. Freaking Eagles are frauds. Turns out, by the way, Eagles only lose to elite teams. They've lost to the Cowboys, the Jets, and the Niners. So only elite teams that they're losing to. Hey, and they're only losing to MVP caliber quarterbacks. Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Zach Wilson. Anyways, under 46.5 in that game. There you go. After Nuggets killed 2,500 playing Rockets, I should go back to the -3. I'm not touching the Nuggets on the road.
I think the wrong team's favored in that game. I capped that this morning. I'm
not gonna say the wrong team's favored because the Nuggets are better team.
When I capped it, I have the Hawks as a half-point favorite at home.
We'll talk about that game later.
Yep,
what's up? And Nathan wants a long dick parlay. Longwood, Fairleigh Dickinson parlay. If only Earle was playing today. Anyways, we'll head over to this game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants here. We have the Packers as 6-point favorites, total of 37 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where this line look ahead was a 4.5, opening line 5.5, got up to a 7 at one point, back down to a 6. So there's been buyback here on the Giants since it got up to that 7. Look ahead line 37, opening line 36, and it's up to a 37. So it's right around where it opened up a while ago. And to nobody's surprise, I'm on the first half under 18.5, full game under 37. Let's get into it here because for starters, I think this line's about right. I had this game around a 6.5. So I thought this line was correct. When you look at the Giants, though, they are an under team as under gets. 9-3 to the under this year. They are coming in off of a bye where they beat the Patriots the previous game 10-7. They had played 2 overs in a row previous to that against Washington, against Dallas. But on the flip side, we have the Packers coming in off of a game where they did go over the total last week against the Chiefs, 27-19. Looking at this spot for me, we also have 2 teams on at least 8 days of rest. The Packers played on Sunday night, and we have the Giants coming off of a bye. When 2 teams are coming off that type of rest, Those unders hit at around, I believe, 65 to 70%. I forgot the exact number, but they hit at a very high rate. If you're wondering, the last qualification for that matchup, that would have been Minnesota versus Las Vegas yesterday. Fell into that system. Slightly, ever so slightly, when the Wild beat the Golden Knights 3-0. I mean, the Vikings beat the Raiders 3-0. And then the irony was that later that night, the Minnesota Wild actually won 3-0.
Also won, 3-0.
Yeah, so both Minnesota teams won 3-0 yesterday, which was hilarious.
Minnesota,
Minnesota. So yeah, I'm on the first half under, 18.5 full game under, 37 for that matchup here. I see this as a lower scoring matchup.
I got you.
Go, Pack, go.
I'm on the Packers. It's my final contest pick. This is a Packers team that's looked really good as of late. I know a lot of people had them marked kind of like dead. They started off 1-5. Now they're fighting for a wild card spot. And realistically, I think they could get there. Because this NFC is kind of wide open. You look at it, you're going to get Dallas and Philly. You're going to get Detroit. I have no clue what you're getting from the South. You're going to get San Fran. The rest of it's wide open. Actually, it's not really wide open. You'll get 2 wildcard teams, and most likely, if I had to guess who they were, most likely it's Minnesota and Green Bay. So you can get 3 teams out of the NFC North playing in the playoffs, which is crazy to think of. I think the Packers get the job done tonight. I think this is like a 24-10 type of game. I like the Packers -6 in this one, Nick.
Yeah, the Packers are coming in off of they look good too. They're coming in off of wins against the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. And now they get to play the lowly Giants. They only have to win by a touchdown. It should be easy for them.
The Nuggets and Avs are both broken at the moment. Here in Denver, we are generally more worried about the Avs. They have real personal problems.
I think the Avalanche will be okay.
I don't think the Nuggets. I don't think you should be worrying about the Nuggets at all. So I think they'll be fine. They've lost 1 game at home this year. My dad called me yesterday. He wanted to make a parlay. Said Cowboys, Dolphins. He laughed and said, "No, I bet the Eagles." So he made me bet the Eagles. Rough. Apparently, we're going over the total in the Packers game as the gambler's first glance. Good luck to you. I hope you win. Morning. Lean over might go by 3 or 4 points. It could. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. Avs team total under versus Calgary tonight.
No. I got the Avs -1, and I got the Avs team total over 3.5. We just went over that.
I'm on the Pack first half, full game. First half, Giants still scoring low in the first half. There you go.
Yeah.
Saints and under, never in doubt. Raiders +3.5 was ugly, but Cash just missed out on my same game parlay for the Niners because no McCaffrey anytime touchdown. Wow, he didn't score. Yeesh. Lions are phonies. They got their butts kicked.
They do feel like they do feel very fraudulent.
Browns starting to look good.
Hey, Joe Flacco for MVP.
It's Joe Flacco time.
It's Joe Flacco season.
Let's hop into the NBA, Nick. I will say there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that I looked at, crossed out, and moved on in this slate. Because I do have 5 teams that are 8.5 point favorites or bigger.
Yeah, it looks like some plays graded out pretty well, so we'll get into them here. Well, We're going to kick it on off here, the Orlando Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's switch over from the NFL to the NBA, where we have Orlando opened up at a 3. They're down to a 1.5, so we'll move towards Cleveland in this spot. Line opened up at a 225.5. It's up to a 227, so movement towards the over here as well. Head over to Action Network, and we'll switch it over from that, where we have 45% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Cavaliers money line. So the line moved towards the Cavaliers understandably so. 55% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on the under in this game as well, and yet this line's gone up, which is kind of interesting there. For this game here, I have Orlando at around a 3.5 point favorite in this game, but I don't like the way the market's moving in this game for me to really want to bet it. For me, things have to correlate. And I do have some spots that grade out to some nice value more than this one that only has 1.83 points of value, according to my numbers. So I do think there will be better spots here on this card, and this is just not one of them. So I lean towards the Magic. I did not play this game, though.
I am on the Magic. I know the line's kind of dropped a little bit. I don't really care. This is a Magic team that's just been covering spreads this year. That's what they're doing. They're 16-6. They're one of the most profitable teams in basketball. They're 9-2 at home against the spread, which is, I think, number 1 in the league. This is a team I just want to be backing, especially at home against a Cleveland team that just came off of a nice bounce-back win against the Miami Heat after they got blown out by the Heat about 2 weeks earlier. I like the Magic to get the job done today. I know it's probably one of the square plays or whatever because the Magic keep covering, but I've been betting the Magic a lot this year. If I lose it, so be it. Magic have made me some money already, so it works.
Fair.
I really like the NBA today, boys. Magic -2, of course. Yes. No Mobley for the Cavs. That's fine. Dallas puck line under lean. Islanders money line, Colorado in the over.
Yeah.
There you go. Pass. Cavaliers on your card. No, actually, that kind of makes sense. The problem is I already bet the Magic, so I can't go back on it now. The line movement, it's going to end up being a loser. I already know it. It's fine. I can finally do my favorite Sabres day again. Money line over and Tage Thompson. Let's get it. Nuggets will beat the Hawks and get right tonight. Avs will not get right tonight, sadly.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Orlando opened -3, and now it's 1.5 at home, and everyone's betting Orlando.
Yeah, that's why I stayed off of it.
Yeah, I've already bet it, so it's already in there. I can't go back on it now. No cash out options. And hedging is for bitches, or for gardeners, I should say. Why the line so low? F it. I believe in Magic. I believe in Magic too. Over. Good vibes. Yeah. I don't care. I don't give one care about the line movement against me because I outperform the market. Something outrageous. Okay. Magic first half, Cavs full game, probably because I'm not betting the first half. Let's keep on rolling. And I think I don't know if I could really bet this one anymore. I was going to bet it and forgot to.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it here with the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons in this spot here. Line's actually, I believe, gone down in this game. Line opened up at a 7.5, and it's now a 7. So, yeah, it's moved slightly towards the Pistons here. The opening line was 246. It's up to a 246.5, so movement towards the over here as well. We have 74% of the tickets and 81% of the cash is on the Pacers, and the line's moving towards the Pistons. We have 77% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. The line's moved towards that over here. My projected line for this game was 8. So I see there's a slight bit of line value here with the Pacers. The line movement's telling me that the Pistons are live to cover this number. I have no interest in this game.
Yeah, I just took the over. I originally liked the Pistons. I had them at 6. They were a 6.5 last night when I did my ball and out show. So I looked at them last night. It wasn't up on my book. I was looking at some other places, so I couldn't bet it. At 7.5, can't really touch it now. I did get the over at 246.5 in this one, so I'm just gonna keep betting Pacer overs. Yes, I know we've lost 2 in a row and 3 out of 5, but the Pistons don't play defense, and I'm gonna take this one over the total.
So if you were hypothetically speaking, if you're worried about the Pacers covering the number, but you think this game can go way over, would you be obviously more interested
Well,
in
no,
Pacers team total?
It was a 6.5 last night. Now it's up to a 7.5.
Yes.
So
Would you think that the what do you call it? Would you
I just
think
don't
that
like the
the
I
team
just don't like the
total over
Lakers.
for Indiana?
No, I'm just taking the game over. I'm just taking the game over.
Yep.
Because Pistons can put up points too.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Do they have Jared Allen? I'm not 100% sure at the moment. I'll look that up. Under Pistons, you're going under in a Pacer game. You've got the nuts.
It's hit. It's hit the last few times, right?
I disagree with the line movement on Pistons. Detroit has horrible shooting percentage. They're against one of the worst defensive teams in basketball. -15 for Pacers and their team total over. Okay. Pacers -5.5 and the over 237.5 parlayed Pistons. Pacers -5.5 straight. There you go. Nick, internet high five. We both cashed the under last night. There you go.
Yeah, I also had a little Dallas too. That was nice.
Ugh. No, I'm saying that. Oh, you do. Okay. I sorry. I thought you were asking Jared Allen season. You know what? That's probably why the lines moved in that Cleveland game. Jared Allen coming back as a big player for the Cavs.
Okay.
On to the next game, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. Heat -4, total of 222 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where this line opened up at a 3. It's up to a 4, so we have a slight move towards Miami. Line opened up at a 221.5. It's down to a 221, so a move towards the under in this game. My projected number here for cash flow. On the Hornets, 56% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on the Heat. The line has moved towards the Heat though. 89% of the tickets are on the over. My number for this game is around 5.5. It's actually 5.5. So I see slight value here with the Heat. Not enough for me to bet the game. Really no interest in this spot as well. I think there's a couple other spots coming up later that I'm kind of interested in. It's just the early games did not appeal too much.
Yeah, this one I kind of looked at. It's two teams in weird directions. Miami has been on a little bit of a rough stretch. They've lost 5 out of their last 7. They've covered in 3 out of their last 7. It's just not a team I want to be laying points with on the road. The Hornets are not a team I want to be betting in general. I feel like the Hornets are more of an over team. The Heat have been more of an under team. I'm not really good. I kind of struggle with some of the Eastern Conference games, so I tend to stay away from those more often. I have really no even a lean in that game, so this one was one that I looked away from. Pistons first half. Jesse, good morning, Twins. Good morning, Jesse. I'll see you in a little bit for free picks. I'm the new Detroit Lenny today again. Pass. Heat in the over. Good luck. Looks like the lines moved down a little bit, but good luck. Heat only -4. Fishier than a shark in water. I think the Heat have a lot of injury problems. Broncos to win the division at 750.
Here's the crazy thing about that, Tim. Don't look now.
They're only
the Denver Broncos are only 1 game behind the Chiefs
and have tiebreaker.
And they split the season series.
Yeah, but I think they have a better in-division record.
They might.
Not. No, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't remember.
Do not know.
Miami Fuego. -4. There you go. Broncos country, let's ride. Heat -2.5 and the under in a parlay. Good luck, dude. I don't know. MILF man, Zach Wilson was yesterday. I thought it would have been Boyle. Stroud was so disappointing. The Jets don't even know how to tank right. If you think the Broncos beat the Lions next week, just take them to win the division. Maybe. Costco does have bomb. Yes, sure. I thought Broncos won season series.
Split out.
Yeah, that's right. The first game it was an under, and the Chiefs covered.
Yep, that was one of my best games of the year. That game.
All right, Nick. This one's not a game this is one of the crossout games.
Yeah, let's get into it, though. This is, I believe, one that actually generated a decent amount of value on my spreadsheet. Do not like the way the line's moving, though. The line opened up at a 13. It's down to 11.5 for Philadelphia. So it's a 1.5 point line movement towards the Wizards here. Line opened up at a 244.5. It's down to a 244. We have 80% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on the Sixers, which will keep me off this game. 56% of the tickets are on the under in this spot as well. I wanted the Sixers laying the points in this game. My number for this game, get this, Tim, is a 15. And I think my numbers are finally starting to reflect some of these bottom dwellers who should be 15-point dogs in some of these games. And this is one where the Wizards should be this big of dogs. I would only look towards the Sixers. I don't like the way the line is moving now with all the money coming in on the Sixers, and yet this line is moving towards the Wizards. So this will end up being a pass for me in this game. I wanted to back the Sixers. I just will not be able to in this spot.
Yeah, double-digit game. I saw the one stat, Nick, and I thought it was crazy. If you take the Washington Wizards, the Detroit Pistons, and the San Antonio Spurs, in their last 49 games, they are combined 1-48. That one win
was against each other.
When it was then the Wizards beat the Pistons.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I want nothing to do with any of those teams. Should the Sixers win and cover this big spread? Yeah. Am I betting a minus 12? Hell no, I'm not betting minus 12 on anybody. The only way, no, I can't touch this one. This one's a stay. I saw a bunch of these lines, crossed them out, and moved on.
Yeah. I wanted the Sixers in this game. I just don't like the way the line's moving, because the market's saying that the Wizards are live to cover this number. Is what the markets are saying with this game.
Okay. We'll head back to the chat real quick. Maybe team total over. I didn't feel like I needed to get to it. Wizards first half spread and over. Maybe. Big pass. Wanted Washington team total over. Yeah. Wizards covered last game. Sixers are dominant at home. I'm not touching this one. Wizards Pistons was a bum fight. LOL. Someone had to get. Yeah, exactly. Had to win. New Hampshire minus 13. You have anything on that one, Nick? Or I'm guessing we probably don't have anything involved in that one. We have that game at a. How did you not get to that one, Nick? We have it at a 17.5.
Okay,
yeah, no.
Okay, we'll have to relook at it.
We'll be on New Hampshire. Yes, minus the 13. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Nope. You skipped a game.
Oh, I did. Never mind.
Yep, because you clicked on that one first, then you went back to the chat. And this will be the last game I go over, and I think I'm actually going to have a play on this game. We have the Denver Nuggets. They're at the Atlanta Hawks in this one here. Total 241 in this spot. Nuggets 2.5-point road favorites. The line opened up at a 2.5. It has stayed at 2.5. It has not moved at all. We have this line opened up at a 238.5. It's up to a 241.5. We have 95% of the tickets and 81% of the cash is on the Nuggets. 80% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the money line for the Nuggets. The line's not moved. If anything, it's moved slightly towards the Hawks on the money line. 55% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the over in this game. My number for this one is Hawks minus 0.5 point. So this will be my first play of the day. And it'll be the Atlanta Hawks plus 2.5. In this game, and I'm going to grab some money line as well. My numbers suggest the wrong team is favored in this spot. The markets are saying that the Nuggets are a trap in this spot, and everything is correlated for me to take a shot here with the Atlanta Hawks in this game. So I'm sorry, I'm fading your Nuggets, but the Hawks are winning this game. Hawks plus 2.5, Hawks plus 120 for me.
Good luck. I hope you win. I'm not touching this game. I don't trust the Nuggets on the road. They're 3-10 on the road. This line definitely kind of screams out Hawks. I would look towards the Hawks if they weren't 1-8 against the spread at home this year, 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 games, and 5-16 against the spread this season. They're one of the least profitable teams in the NBA, and that's the main reason why I'm staying off of them. Because if they've proven to me they can't win games, I'm not really too interested in it. So this one's going to be a stay away. Maybe lean towards an over. Hawks love to play high-scoring games, especially at home. So lean towards the over, but not going to be touching that game.
All right, but I'm gonna peace out here.
Good luck on your final.
Yep. See you.
Packers to win both halves. Yes. I do feel like it's a ATL spot. I feel that way too. Yeah, over. I'm just not going to do it. Under, avoiding Nuggets for now. Leaning Nuggets, winning cover. I don't know about this one today. This one seems like a weird spot. I like the motivation. Should be on the Hawks, yes. Yeah, Hawks are probably the play. I'm just not gonna touch that game. Let's go over these two teams, which is the Raptors and the Knicks. The Knicks 4-point favorites with a total of 220.5. Raptors coming into this one 9-13, 12-9 for the Knicks. Another game I kind of stayed away from. This Toronto team is really tricky, although they have been losing a lot lately. They've lost 5 out of 6 games. Their only win was against Phoenix, which is interesting enough. The Knicks are a team that plays well as a favorite, does not play well, but as a dog. So they have been winning games that they're supposed to be winning. Am I going after this one? No. I feel like I have better plays coming up in some of these games. So I'm going to stay away from Raptors and Knicks. I'm just going to be passing on this game. Pass. Fully agree with Tim on the Nuggets analysis. It's just not a spot for them. I don't want to be back in the Nuggets. They just played. Are the Nuggets injured or something? I don't get the line. They're on the road. The Nuggets aren't good on the road. That's kind of what it is. Knicks revenge game? Maybe. I'm not going to bet it. Yo. There you go. They haven't been good, but still. First to 100 wins in the Raptors game. I could see that. I could see that one being a low-scoring game. Under, yep. Real Deal Prime. Good morning, Real Deal. It's Nuggets game day. Let's get it. Sabres game day. Let's get it. What up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation. Subscribe and share. Timmy, lots of NBA. Let's effing go. Value. Let's get it. Jokic in a drought. He's had 2 bad games. I'm not worried about it. Just in time for the best part of the show. We're in the middle of the best part of the show. Pass on the Knicks game. Me too. Now, because Nick's not here and he doesn't, and he's not really controlling this right now, I'm going to go over 4 games 4 games at once because they're all going to be the same deal. I am not going to be betting double-digit favorites in the NBA or even an 8.5 with the Rockets. These are all way too wide of spreads. So Bucks game, Jazz game, Blazers game, Spurs game, all passes. I'm not going to waste time talking about each one individually. These are games that I see a big spread, I cross out, I move on. Because I know last time I did this, last time I went and looked all through them, I took all the dogs and they all lost outright. So all 4 of those games are going to be no plays for me. So we're just I just rapid fire through those. Complete stay away. Lions and Chiefs. Shake my head. He was offsides. Live under and correct score did not work in the VG Cayman game last night. I don't know what that was. I didn't watch that game. I didn't really watch anything last night. What was the final score in that game? 5-4 in a shootout. Wow. Crazy. Over. Okay. Got to be Spurs spread. Rockets had their defining win of the season so far. The Rockets, yeah, in Denver, big win. Helpful and efficient. Thank you. Yeah, no double-digit faves. So you're saying all favorites cover. Well, no, all favorites didn't cover last time. All favorites won outright. 3 out of the 4 dogs would have covered, but I had all their money lines, so I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that again. Oh yeah, F the Sharks. You had the under. Yeesh. Like last time. No, they didn't. All the favorites won last time. They didn't all cover last time. Thunder minus 9.5 parlay with the Heat. Under minus 232.5. Go for it, dude. Spurs want nothing to do with that game. Thunder buddies. I like the Thunder. I'm not laying, 12 points on them? No. Third period, highest scoring period, though. Right on. Now, I will say these last 2 games, I really do like. We get the last 3 games I like. We get the Mavericks and the Grizzlies. This one's essentially a pick 'em. The Dallas Mavericks are slight favorites with a total of 226 in this game. The line tells me everything I need to know. And it's moved down. It was a 2.5 last night. It's a 1.5 now. I got Memphis outright. I just feel like this is you've seen these lines before. You're telling me that a Mavericks team that is sitting here at 13-8 is only a 1.5 point favorite against a 6-15 Memphis team? Doesn't make sense to me. I'm all over the Mavericks the Grizzlies in this one. I know it's gross, but I'm going to be on the Grizzlies. The line tells me everything I need to know for this one. So sign me up. Memphis money line. Put that. There we go. Boom. He had under 4.5 going to the third. 5 goals. Ouch. That's rough, dude. Jazz are lost without marketing. Yeah. 3 out of 4 covered. The 3 out of 4 covered for dogs last time. There was multiple 10-plus dogs. So came Tim. I always watch and rewind when I miss stuff. You're good. I never said you missed anything. Dallas minus. No Mavericks today. No. I'm guessing it's the Pistons. Who's the Pistons? I'm confused. Who's the Pistons? Mavs look like they need to give up in certain spots. Look like they give up. Yeah, I don't really watch the games, but that's the way the scoreboards look. I was leaning over 5.5 live in that VGK game, but passed. It's fine. I can't play everything. Exactly. Lean. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I think all 4 NHL games go under. Hey, as long as the Sabres beat the Yotes, we're good. But pass. Gotcha. Grizzlies did blow out Mavericks 108 to 94. Did they actually? They did. About 10 days ago. I'm not as happy about the play. I'm still on Memphis. I didn't even see that game. No, I'm not as confident, but the line still tells me Memphis. So, no Kyrie. That could be why the line moved then. But still, I don't think this game should be a pick'em. No, you said him in. Oh, okay. I said it was in the middle of the show. I got you. Well, we got 2 games left, and we'll go to this one. And this is a very similar spot. We got the T-Wolves and the Pelicans. Pelicans are -3 in this game with a total of 222.5. 17-4 Memphis. 17-4 Minnesota is a dog. That doesn't seem fishy at all, right, guys? A team that's 9-1, 17-4 in their this season, 9-1 their last 10 is a dog against a 12-11 Pelicans team. Yeah, I'm on the Pelicans. I took New Orleans -3. This is just one of those line games, as I like to call them, because you look at it and be like, wow, that line's off. And I definitely think that this line is off. Give me the Pelicans -3 versus the T-Wolves. Packers, yes. I'm on the opposite. I think all of them go over, except for the Flames game. I took under in the Leafs and Islanders. I will tell you, Nick's on the over in the Leafs and Islanders. No, fade Minnesota on the road. Back them at home. Yes. I'm on the Pelicans. Only thing I bet in hockey. There you go. Giants, no Giants tonight. Packers tonight. But I know you're a Packer hater, so I understand why you're on them. Final one is the Kings and the Nets. The Kings minus 4.5, 235.5 is the total, and it's the cash cow. It's the team that's been cashing in for us all year long. The most profitable team in the NBA, 16-4-1 against the spread, are the Brooklyn Nets, and that's exactly where we're going in this one. I'm on Brooklyn. I took them plus 4.5. This is just a team that just keeps covering. I think the Kings could win this one, but I think it's a one-possession game. Either way, you get Brooklyn 3 wins in a row, 6 out of 7. Their only loss was an outright loss as a 9.5-point favorite versus Charlotte. Since then, they've rattled off 3 straight wins against Orlando, Atlanta, and Washington. There's a Nets team that's just constantly covering for us. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. Sign me up. Give me the Brooklyn Nets plus 4.5 versus the Kings to end the NBA card. Travaris multi-point means he gets 1,000 against his former team. I'm going to take that tonight. Go Pack, go Lenny. Hold on.
Go Pack, go.
There you go. Go Pack, go. Also, neither team has scored 25 in Monday Night Football tonight. Which one? Joe? Call me a sucker, T-Wolves. I'm not going to call you a sucker, but I don't think the T-Wolves win. Brooklyn tonight, yes. Brooklyn early and often, yes. The over, I could see it. And got Nets at 5 last night. I got 4.5. I'm down for it. I think they went outright. So we'll ride out the Nets to end the night. That is all the games for today. Make sure you guys, if you guys are interested, or if you guys can, follow all the social media links, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of those linked down below. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. All I do with that is you get the entire card. We put it up on Picks and Parleys. I track it on BetStamp, screenshot it, put it up on the community tab for members only. So if you're interested in that, $5.99 a month. Back to the chat for just a second. Miami going to masterclass the Titans as long as it stays under. Packers Giants, yes, it's the Pack. Oh, okay, under in the Packers Giants game. Yes, I see that. Recap for today. I didn't touch NHL. I might later. We'll see. Under in both football games. The Magic, which I'm not confident in at all. The over in the Pistons game. The Memphis Grizzlies, Pelicans, and Nets. Mozart and Hill anytime touchdown. Watson for Packers. Get it. Good luck, everyone. Good luck to you guys as well. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Bye-bye.